Hello, sorry for missing. I totally slipped through my mind the time I was working on a project and giving feedback, and then I was totally lost the track of time. So we're finally here. Thank you very much for joining in. Who is still here? Let me post it in the Discord. Hello everyone. Say hello if you're watching. Let me know who all are watching. Again, I'm sorry for a little bit delay. I totally slipped through my mind. Yeah. So let's give a few minutes before we jump in. Let me check if everybody has posted in the feedback. Yeah, we have a bunch of feedback in here in the Discord server, so that is awesome. And Milan, thank you very much for listening. Hello, Cora. Hello, Stuart, and hello, Jedwin. Thank you very much for waiting and joining in, guys. We will be looking at the same scene we have made last time. We will try to transfer it to Unreal. So I'll try to look for the options, but I did not find any specific ones which could be best for our use case and which are easy to use. There are many which we will discuss. There are free one also, but again, it's not that easy to use. So we will just simply jump in and just try to improvise with what we have. Okay. Yeah. So let me let's wait for Julian. See other people join. And because this is the time again, I have some things to do after at the time of the session, which was before, and that's why I uh, could not do it. I didn't want to, leave the session in between and maybe start again. But now, uh, but yeah, so I decided to do it at 5 to 7, and that is also, you know, works. Um, we'll see how it works. And yeah, so without any further ado, so we have 7 people here. Awesome. Drop the comment below to all the people who are watching. Love to know who all are watching and like saying and share your feedback if you are watching in the bootcamp. And if someone new is here, you can join the bootcamp from the link in the bottom there in the screen you can see. And yeah, from our YouTube channel also in the title you will find the top link there. You can join the bootcamp if you're watching from for the first time. Okay, so without any further ado, let's jump in. Let me fire up the Unreal project, and then we will just jump in. Okay. I fire up. Meanwhile, if you have any questions, so will this, I wanted to ask, will this timeline work, 5 to 7? Like, and it's posted in there again. So if this work or not? Because mm, I want to, I want to know if that works. Well, I know it will, Bilal, I know. It's just the decoration I did. Like, my wife was like, why are you placing it back? It's just, it's rainy season, so, so we can place things in winter rainy season. And yeah, I don't know if I will be able to even in this weather. So hot right now, right? Yeah, so let's just stay up. Let me show you the unweird. Okay, so this is the last time what we made the pureness. Okay, it's not pure. Then it's gonna make pureness also. There's nothing I have added in there. It's just I'm keeping it to show the inspiration. So we have but our main thing is this one is huge. So I will make a new level. We have a bunch of basically we have basic MP and we go with this one which have basic lighting and the grid which we don't need. Okay, and we have our blender already in here, which is awesome as well. So for the transferring the thing, church and bridge and all the things will not be that complicated. So for the first thing, we can simply export the same thing as it to to match our composition, right? And then we can start developing it in the Unreal. Okay. And I will show we come back and forth again and again. So first, I will simply take the whole scene, take it, and I will just simply export it as FPS. So we know in desktop search and search tool, I will call it, and we just need mesh, not animation, and export, and I will bring it in. I will export the individual thing also in there. And there is a lot of things there is. There is what can you hear me? My mic is not working. So, apparently. Now it is I think let me check if my mic is right.
Okay, so this must be better now. Oh, I don't know. Chat. Is it sound? Does it sound better? Because my mic was off for some reason, but I just noticed my proper mic. So does it sound better from before? Just do inform me like if this happened before because I don't want I'm speaking and talking all things and you're not able to understand. So not good for that. So do inform me if that happens again. Okay. Ah, okay, come on. You should have told me before. A lot better. I should have told me. It sound if it sound different than what you're hearing right now, just let me know. Okay. I don't want you to listen to ugly audio. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. So let's get back. So we will export, and there used to be a script basically which export the things from in here, and that's another project on its own, but I will surely make a script for you for that. I'm using really having fun. I had a live stream a while back where we developed a plugin using AI for Blender. So basically, there is a script is max to Unreal script. Is so it's not this one, but this used to be um, it's because you have we'll test them out. So these one, but the one I used to use was basically scene. Basically, you export the scene. This is again FBX exporter, and I think it's used to call send to Unreal maybe. Send to Unreal. Let's see if it finds Unreal. It's not like okay. Unreal scene to Unreal. It's not there. So it used to be a script basically, and not multi exporter. I will search script spot. So now we have yeah, this is the one. Okay, so this basically what it does, it takes the objects in your scene, right, and then it's just converted into a simple uh, object text, and then you just paste it inside the viewport of Unreal. Just come in and you just paste. So what it does is just create simple empty boxes in there, so like that, right? So now you can replace these boxes with your static mesh from here. So you just take whatever you want it to replace it with and just drag and drop in here, relink basically the assets. It's a workaround. And I recently talked with some people who have Maya to Unreal Exporter plugin, which do the same thing, but it create the file inside separately in a folder, which I don't want. It should be simply without file. Even Unreal's exporter, uh, Unreal, Blender to Unreal. I haven't set it up, but next time I will try to set it up. This one, not this one, sorry, not Udemy. So this is the one. So it's like you have to do a lot of shenanigans. You have to add Epic Game as your with your GitHub account. So don't I will share. I have the plugin from here, but you need to set it up basically first. So it's a lot. I don't know why they have made it so difficult to just for a plugin they can share. Like not everybody want to contribute to this code. So I don't know if they want everybody to be in their GitHub also. So for some reason, so I'll share this one. So this is the one, but it do not create any file in between. It's just direct link basically, but it's difficult to set up as well. I'm not able to still successfully do it. So maybe if I'm able to do it over the weekend, I will share on the next session on a Monday how to do it, because we'll have more lot more prop. I need to test that thing also, where we have a folder structure and how we can export directly from here to as export in there. So yeah, so everything. So if I do it this script also, I will share. And if you want to just need the script I have, so you can just go to GitHub and to my profile. I will share it. Okay, so there is the these 3D tools. Okay, so which you can grab. I just added a few more tools in there. I will add these more tools, which will if you have any suggestion, you can add, and I will code and edit here. So this could become our tools to do anything. So there is this reality capture which I have updated. I will update and submit this scanning script also. But then like I do this type of stuff also. So I will share this with you guys, so you can also download this and install it in your Blender if you want to. There are not much tools anyway, so I don't want to give too many hopes. So there are like very simple tools. There is nothing at this moment, because the most of the tools I had here were like personal, so I removed everything and kept a basic shell there. So we'll keep adding. I added few tools, but I will keep adding more as we come across those in there. So the number one is export a Blender scene to Unreal, like in copy paste manner. And yeah, so that is there. So let's get back, not environment. I will just import it here because in anyway I will gonna delete it later on. Okay. So we just drag and drop. Let me open the folder. So I'll keep it here. And on the desktop, we have the church hole. So similarly, we just combine the meshes. We don't need anything else, no material or anything. We just import and we have it here. So I will drag and drop in the scene, move it to the 0. What happened? Oh, it's nanite nicely. So we don't need nanite. Okay, so re-import on these at least. Why it is ruining my mesh? Okay, and to apply changes. Okay, now we have our best quality model. Okay, spline also in there. So what happened, because this is spline mesh, which it's not exporting, so I will take it, duplicate it, and then we can come to object, convert to mesh. Do the same thing here. I will duplicate it, object, convert to mesh. Okay, so now we can select everything and export again, and I'll re-import. Better. Okay, so we have our paths as well now. So what this was, it's the plane. I'll delete this one, and I'll make sure it says 000. So this is our basic layout, and I will wish we had the camera also. I think we can import it, but we can simply place our camera easily. So I will simply add schematic camera actor here, and this is axis front is good. So I'll try to match. Let me bring up the here. So we'll try to match it up with here, and we can pin it. Remember, if you remember the last time. Which no, just okay. So it's just basically like a rule of third. Basically, if I will align like this comes here and this comes here, and nothing to complicate. Okay, so this one here sounds good. Okay. So it can mismatch a little bit, but it's good. Okay. Okay. So as we are good, then we can just simply move ahead. So now this is our base scene is here, and we will just bring individual things. So the bridge is there, and this one, and we'll sort out the terrain as well. And to for the terrain, again, to match, we can create a larger terrain also, or we can focus on just the camera, which I always suggest. Like we can just focus on this camera, and then we can know how big it is in Blender basically. So we know it is from, if I select all the terrain meshes, and including this one, or we can leave this one for now, and I will join that together. Okay, so now it's all a single mesh, and I will apply everything. So if we mess up everything, so the origin is at the center. So we know roughly the size of it from here. So how many centimeters? That many meters, like 1.2 kilometers this side, and it's 1.5 kilometer this side. So we can roughly, if we double it up, it's 3 meters. So basically 4 meter by 4 kilometer by 4 kilometer terrain at least we need. So if I just create a plane in the center and scale it with this big, so at least this big terrain we need, right? So if we make a square, but if we scale zero point 0.5, and if we just try to keep in the camera angle, then we can keep the terrain like this and we just keep it in that direction. But we need it overall this big. So this is, if I apply scale, it's 2 kilometer or it's more than that. Mm, this is meter. Yeah, 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer, I believe, is good enough. Okay. So and how it works in Unreal is each pixel is 1 meter in terrain. So if I show you in, I know a bit technical. Let me hide it. Unreal landscape technical guide. It's important. It's still, I don't like it much because it's not as easy to understand. But roughly, if you come at the bottom, you see here. So they have given some size. Okay, so you can imagine 1 pixel is 1 meter. We need 2 kilometer. So that means we need 2K by 2K texture at least, and we cannot use 2048 directly. We need to use this uh, resolution. So we need to export this resolution of height map from any software, from World Machine, from Gaia, and there is, and I heard that Gaia is free. Gaia is this quartz spinner. Quartz spinner was Dax Pandhi, I believe, the creator. This is the Paul, but the creator is Dax Pandhi. He used to have tutorials for View. Views is free now, so View 3D. If I search, so it's Eon View. I will search Eon View. So this is what I made my actual scene in my church scene. So this is totally free. So you can go to View and you see it's really powerful and everything is there. It have its own learning curve. So I don't suggest everyone to jump in. I'm also trying to learn Plant Factory, so that is also have its own learning curve. But you can also learn with me if you want to. And I heard this is free, so we will just check how it is. We will not jump into it right away. Community edition of guys fully for non-commercial, which is awesome, and we can export up to 1K, which is not an issue. Like the 2K would have been nice because we need 2K for our landscape, but it's still a good because just comparing how powerful it is and how easy to use it is. So we'll just download this for now. Okay. Okay, so I download and I will try it out later on. Okay, but for now we know we need 2017 by 2017 a map at least, so that we can export in Blender as well easily. So this one we can keep it like that, and in the camera setting we can say okay, 2017 is the resolution we want to export. Okay, so that is not an issue. We can create a map. Okay, so if call it, there are so many other tools also, but I will keep it much simpler as possible for this. Okay. And now this is our main terrain. Okay, so which we just want to take it to thing. So we can use this as high poly, and we can use our plane as low poly. Okay, so and we just simply bake it on top of this plane. Okay, so let me test it up in the here because we have, if you not know, we have X normal also. X normal is really powerful and awesome tool. It's free to use, and I use it in many cases. There is no, I think there's someone who have created a blender bridge for this, which I haven't tested, but it works for it. Okay, so I will call it here, and this one I will call landscape mesh. Okay. Okay, so we just need these two, or we can call it high poly and low poly, and we can just simply bake it. And I will bring this plane back to 0, and I just move it in the editor. I believe we need slightly larger than this because it's going to create from corner to corner. We have to align it with our world anyway. So I will just simply match it for now like that. Okay. So I will export this plane as FBX here. I will call it landscape plane. Is it? It's low poly. Okay. We can bake it inside here as well, but it's really, you know, holding the here. Uh, Not fan of it much. Where is our X normal now? Here, and here is simply if I remove and I we can just add hyperlink meshes. uh, Desktop, church, landscape, hyperlink simply. And if you have texture on it, so you can bake it from here. And I will remove and I will add meshes and I will simply add low poly. And here you come into tools and you ray distance, you can calculate, and you can select it and you can go. And once it start having number and don't improve much, you just simply, yeah, when it says stop, you just stop and copy result. This just find how much distance it is from. Okay, so you close it, and in the baking option we want height map, and it do not have proper version of resolution which we have to convert. So I will say in church, I will say land. Okay. Inside I will say landscape, and also we need to do it in good format like TGA is fine. We'll see if we need the EXR format. Okay, so we'll see if it takes TGA, then it's good. I remember I will just click and it's gonna do the thing, and we got the height map. Okay. And because there was nothing inside below, it left it empty. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna simply take these both of them and export as hyperlink. This one is hyperlink, yes. And now, and I will just, I think it automatically take it. So let's just bake it again, right? So now we got, so this, so in height map how it works, the mid level is gray, is will not get affected. The darker one will go down and the brighter one will go up from the plane of it. So it asking to, you know, play with the range, right? How much you want? We want the full range of these things, and we close it, and we got our height map. Okay, and to import it, Unreal is simple. So when we need to import something, we go here in landscape, and in here it is import from file, but we need to make it the resolution we need it. So you can do it. Let me open in Irfan view. So this is Irfan view, which is free, and the top is black, and maybe from because the range is less. So let me again check it in here. So I think the it messed up here. So I will maybe raise it. Okay, so let's try it out. I hope we don't get that. Yeah, now we don't have. Okay, and we keep the full range, and yeah, close it. close in the, and we got it here. Irfan view is awesome if you need to do some simple, it's awesome, you can use it for the image, and I love it because it have so many mm, so many features. So let me, you can reset resample, and we can set 2017 size simply, and rest of the things we can save. Oh, and it's now it have that size, and we press control S to save it in the same place. Okay, so I will just remove the heights, maybe save it. Now we have it. Let's try importing it in here. So we select it from the desktop, church, the landscape. Okay, so now here, see, we have PNG, raw, and R16. So PNG, we can simply try saving it from iframe view again, so not an issue. So this we can say control S, and PNG, and compression level, we say 9, because we don't want to do this landscape, because if you don't have the full range, it's gonna give artifacts. So we have it, you see, we got it here, but seems small. We'll make two section, right? So now we got it, and we just simply say uh, import. So let it cook. And this is what I don't like about Unreal is this height. Okay, where is it created alpha? Why? uh what is this? Okay, so it's going. Okay, this is the mesh, and this is the, so this is what I don't like about Unreal is you know this height is not defined. So for example, so we know it is 1.3 kilometer. Okay, and now this, we know this one is 102 kilometer on the wide. So now we have to do the math to find how big it is, so how small it is. Like I will say, like, okay, zero point 0.7 maybe, or not zero point 0.7, it's too small. It was 100, no, so okay, it is, sorry, let me reset it, and logged. Okay, it was 100 before, and this one we need to reduce, so this will be 70 compared to height and width. So but you still see it do not look like that. And this is what I was talking about, the artifacts basically, that if it's not on the full range, and we will try to bake it again directly from the thing. So what I'm going to do is just simply try to match the, basically the placement, which is again another thing which I'm not fully sure about. Again, I will be honest. And so I will just match the thing, and so you see this where our landscape is ending. We just try to match that, and we again try to create it smaller. Okay, so does it work? It will be more smaller, I believe, compared to our. So let me try 25. Yeah, 25 seems like matching the scale of our landscape. You see, this arches are matching now with our mesh. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know how these values come from, and this is what I hate about the landscape in Unreal, because in Unity you have a size. Basically, in Unity, when you import it, it asks you like how much size and height it is, so you can give it and it just do it. I don't know why Unreal still don't. Right? But about these artifacts, is it should be basically in full range. This thing, it's not like you cannot edit it. You can still go and edited. Wait, let me just hide this one. Okay, and you can still go into landscape and you can smooth it out in skull. Mm, smooth, right? Wait, I have, yeah. So you can simply still smooth, which will be fine, will work, and you can simply make a big one and simply go crazy. Right? And yeah, so this is basically you get it. Like this is not a right way, I would say, right? Best way, but this is the most easy. And here, I believe we have erosion as well, which is not the best erosion possible, you see, and not fan of it. But I can show if people need to know, we can jump in into detail thing, and we can bring the uh, proper maps in here. Okay. So for now, I want to just smooth out the things. Okay, so wherever we had the different ones, we'll just, okay, and we can simply smooth. Good. Okay. So yeah, so this is basically the landscape is here. So now, if we look at, let me go back here. So it's almost matching with our main mesh. Okay. Now this is just the point of we bring in our individual thing, and this spline and everything will create in here. Yeah, because we have landscape, so we'll create inside here. So we just need to bring our main large structures. So that I will export from Blender, and then I will bring them manually. Yeah, where is our Blender? Okay, so this is good. So for the church, I'll call it church A1. And there is another thing which is the fun about it. What you can do, imagine I select this one, and I'll say cursor to selected, and then I'll add empty, and we'll use this node as a exporter. So whatever you attach to this node, gonna export it to. You can simply select shift selector, move inside, and I will just, because there are both are the same name. So this one we will export basically, and same for the bridge. And I will move the to selected, create a new empty, and the as you see they don't have any rotation also, so which is good for us. Okay, we have it, and we call it bridge A1, bridges bridge, and I will take the mesh and I will shift click and put it inside here. So now we have these two, and I go back here, and I will alt click export them both, move to center. We don't need any other thing for now. And again, as we just need static meshes, and static meshes we need it in the, we can create them in the folder as exporting the assets in. Yeah, so I'll copy static meshes in here, and I will just simply export only selected. I selected the both, and I will export, and it will just export, and we have both of them, and I will bring them into Unreal. Again, like as I said before, it is not as difficult. We just need a practice. Okay, so I will bring the bridge and this thing again, so I can simply, we already have it. So what I can do, if we already have it, so we can simply come and change the path here because it's coming from different place. And here in mesh I have it. So click, and once you have linked, you can re-import, and it will just re-import. It's gonna change it in our other scene also, but that scene I don't care about. So it's good. So it's imported, and now we get into our church, and same thing. We need to change the path in the bottom here. You change the path to church, re-import, and we have our church. Okay, and now is simply we just bring it in here. Okay, let's come here, and our bridge come here. Nobody reminded me to save. Okay, and we'll just make it blockout 2. So now we have our thing. So Milan, yeah, you can bake any. So Milan Asra does XNormal, uses OpenGL or DirectX. You can just simply pick it inside there. So if you need the normal map for the thing, so when you have baking option in the normal, so here you can select plus y or minus y. So it's all up to you. So if someone don't know, like we use plus y for the OpenGL and minus y for DirectX. DirectX is used in games and environment, real time scenes, and OpenGL is more in softwares like Blender, Maxmaya, and all use OpenGL rendering pipelines. So yeah, just be aware before using it in there. Okay, and it's not even that biggie. You can easily change it inside Unreal. It's a single tick inside Unreal, which you can swap the green channel. Now we have a landscape, and then the fun part is putting the rivers. Now there could be both of the things. So you can use Blueprint PCG to create the spline and make the rivers and paths, or you can use Unreal, so landscape tools. So in the landscapes, wait, let me. I'm not able to see. I will just, okay. So is it in manage? In manage, you have spline. Sorry, like I have to scale it up because my camera is there. Okay. So you have spline. Okay, and how it works? You just create a spline here. So so what spline does is the, again, it's a bit, it's a bit larger for me, so I'm just make it small. Okay, so you can add spline. What spline does is help you, uh, you know, what is this? Maybe I will look at the OPS, so it will make my life. So you can add spline in here. So I will try simply just less. Can we simply make it, or we need to uh, we new is new landscape, like it should be, we have to place any. Okay, I'm clicking control click, and then I place a point. Okay, and it's right now a single point. So maybe I will start from here. Okay, and I will control click another point. Okay, and I will keep adding. So I will just match it, try to match it to our path thing. It's matching with our, I think, landscape. Okay, so don't worry if it's not visible right now. I will just let it go. So now we simply select and try to match it with what, it's, will I not be able to select it if it is inside the here, you fella. Okay, and for all the things are here. So you can say um, all splines or all points, right? And then you can change the width. Okay, just give me a second, guys. I have to open the door. Just a I'm back. I'm back. Anyone have any question in there? So I hope I will not slack in that. But this is going good. Let me see how many people are still here. Just keep commenting and keep asking in there, even if it's just water break or saving the scene break. Just remind me of that. Awesome. We have 9 people. Awesome. Thank you guys for holding up. Okay, so let's get back. I know it's boring. That's why I suggested like to work on the scenes in our own time and showcasing the process, because this process can get boring after a while. For many, for sure, I can. So you select all of them, and then I can say okay to is 4 meter. Oh, what happened? Wait, wait. So if I just do undo, so now if I select all of them and 400, yeah. So this works perfectly perfect. And then we select the points and we try to, again, this is same as other thing, but I will show you the awesome benefit of it. You can create splines in the PCG or blueprint that will do the awesome stuff as well. But I believe if people are using Unreal Engine 4 and don't know that much of technical, this one is much artistic to work with, and I'll try to match it as much as possible, because our terrain was down there, so it was we should have matched it before, uh, because it will create the points on there, and it will cause a problem, which I'll show you in a minute why it will cause problem, because the gap between the two things. But we can simply shift the terrain up also. I don't know now if we can or not. But if we have this path and we imagine we want to continue this, so I think we can alt click and just you know just keep going forward with this thing, so wherever you want to take it. Okay, so this one is the path basically. So it's a rough path. You can later on you can divide it, add more points in there, and if I alt drag, and you can add a point in between simply. Okay, I don't think we need to add it here. This is fine. So only one path. And imagine I want to, you can break it apart into two, but the fun part is going to begin just a minute more. Okay, so here it's a bit tricky, because I will show you what's gonna happen. Okay, so I'll say just let's move it down there, because this bridge will cover up, and because what it's gonna do, it's gonna shift the terrain up as per the path or path spline. So it's gonna make the terrain on the river side also up, so which we don't want. So we will just simply keep this here, and this one is too smooth, so maybe we'll keep it a bit bigger. And let's just a few more points we have remaining on this side, and then we can just say okay, enough is enough. and I will move. Okay. And yeah, so this, imagine like this is not the perfect one. We can keep tweaking it anytime. And where is this point? Move it up. Okay, so now let me get back to first the selection, and I will hide the main thing to just to showcase. Okay, so we have this. Go to landscape again. We're gonna surely sculpt again to match the thing. Or first, let's try moving it up. Does the splines also move with it? Yes. So come back. Why not coming back? Where did it go? What? Oh, sorry. Here I changed. What happened? Okay, this one became. What happened? Oh, sorry. I'm doing changes on something else. This will be 25. I don't know why it's not undoing it. Should be. And try zeroing it out. It's too down there. So we need to. This is zero. I don't know. That's, I hate it. Like how it should be doing it from zero. Okay, almost. And I will make it maybe, yeah, almost there. Okay, right. So, so the rest of the thing we can sculpt, but I wanted to show in here was in the spline, right? So you have bunch of things you can do with this. Okay, you can shift the terrain to match the. Do we have it in here or here or here? So we select all of them, right? And we have deform the landscape, only selected or all spline. Okay, right? So you can manage. So I'll say only selected, and you see it created this nice uh, height in here, which might not be the exact thing. So let's see if we can undo it. It's not letting me. That's weird. Is why it's not undoing it. But we can select these point again. Yeah, simply select the segment and flatten it. Right, but you see if it give that error, or you can just simply I would say select all the segments and just say simply selected, and we have our thing. So in the similar way, we're gonna make the river also and the path also. The river will be down there, and this the how much further it deform it is you can control it by you select all the points. Okay, and then here on the fall off side, fall off is too big. Okay, so we can reduce it. I think by now reducing it does not matter because it's already sculpted. Let me try and do it. No, it is not. Yeah, so it's not changing. So what I can do, I can simply make it flatten based on this, and then we can reproject it. But overall, I hope you got the idea. Okay, so uh, segments and it do it. Okay, again. So I'll select the points again. points points, and this fall off is too big compared to that, so I will make it 100 or 200. Go to segments. Okay, so nothing much changes, and as I said, like it's gonna make that dent in there. Yeah, right, because it's already sculpted in there. Okay, so now a second. So this is there. Okay, so let's go back and try adding. Wait, oh, I can see it here. Um, do we have layer, or we can actually add technically layer, but uh, simply I don't want to. So now we simply, what first we do, let me open this up. Okay. And this one, I will try to align everything with this one. We don't have any project setting, means projection or anything, so we can simply sculpt with the less tool strength and maybe much smaller brush size, and we just simply uh, try to match it. Yeah. And don't worry too much about it, like if it is matching or not. What I mean by this is, don't need to specifically match every uh, corner. It just simply should be roughly matching our thing. So we have these two monuments which I care about, the rest of the things I don't, because path spline gonna help us and the other things also. So I'm just making it match the path, and the river also I will not worry too much about. And yeah, so all the other things are not that important. It can go as it is. And now surely we can smooth out the areas which we feel have too much noise. And this one also. Okay, we'll not spend too much time on this. And the lastly, this area we need to be flattened. So wherever you click is gonna be your range where you're gonna make the surrounding terrain flat. Okay, so I will map this one. Okay, and the lower part, and then I'm gonna make it flat. Okay, so this one is good for me. Smooth the other things up. Okay. Again, like we can go in and jump in. We can put this Sugaya or all the terrain processor, even view, to add those detail which are needed for this. But again, like bringing going back and forth is always this. And again, this also you don't need to make. What you can do, you can make the mountain mesh. If I just quickly show you, you're gonna like it. In my portfolio, I had a few scenes before as well, but if I open this one and this one, the three environments I have for now. So you see there is this mountain on the back, like this you can put, it's the same mesh which is duplicated and placed around in the scene. And similarly the same mountain is here placed two multiple times in the scene, in the night you see. And the same mountain is here placed multiple times in the scene. It's the same mountain, literally the same mountain with different textures. So I reuse. Maybe I will use the same thing here as well as a signature, basically. So it will be a fun exercise that I use the same mountain in there. So yeah, so this is basically you don't need to go in, because anyway it's not going to be at level. But if you're going to make level, then it's better to use the landscape of Unreal. But if it's going to be a scene, and uh, and it's going to be, yeah, going to be just be the view. Okay, so yeah, so this is good, and let's play with the spline more. And I will just worry about these because these are close to the church. and I can make them smaller in there, lower, sorry, and make sure that it do not interfere too much with the terrain surrounding it. Okay. So the behind and front is totally fine. Okay. And this one also will bring down, try to match it with, and yeah. So this one doesn't matter because it's not in the camera. Okay. So yeah, so similarly we do, and let me create it for this. We simply, can I just simply add another one by alt clicking? Does it allow me to create multiple line? Okay, with a control click, and I created. Did it create? Okay, it created multiple. The control click, you can add a spline, so we don't need multiple. So I will say I will delete this one, and I will use this one instead, and I can alt click and drag. Okay. And now before we even move forward, we can just simply, if I just show you, can you see this green line? So I think this is the fall off, and I will select it and I will make it, it seems like the correct size, but this one I will make smaller, 600. Right. So this is the main river, and then we have fall off, which we can reduce. Right. You saw this green thing, uh, that it can vary later on, but we bring it here. So now we try to match it with the other river, but we keep it lower than the strata because it's going to push the landscape down with the thing. Okay. So I'll select this point, or we can just simply map it now, and then we simply do it. Let me just try it at the top because we will be able to see the mesh or not. We can see this mesh. So so I will just, so these are good, and I'm going to extend this one here. Okay, good enough. And again, coming back to perspective, and we have this. Usually, the rivers flow from higher to lower, so we try to start making them lower, and we can turn on this also, depending on, I don't know how much it is going below. So maybe keeping it less. Okay, so first I would just simply select all the points for this spline. I hope it did not select the points for selected all the spline. I don't want to select you auto rotate point. That's good, but it will be, but I want to select all the points on the selected. That's weird. If it's don't have the option to, there should be control points. Did you select? Yeah, yeah, much better. Now I will just bring it to the base of our river here. Okay. So imagine we say, okay, this one is good, and we can simply, here we can match, we can take it up, I shift select all these points and I can just simply move them. Okay, I think you can uh, redo it and use these tools. But yeah, but I'm okay with that. So I will say, okay, select all the segments, and I will say only selector you see is pushed down. And let me get back to selection, and I will hide this one now. You see we have it here, and it's not pushed down that much, while our this one is below. Maybe it will not push it down. It should technically, but will it not push it down below the grid? That is okay. So it's not pushing it down below the grid. That's so that what that means, we need to push everything up a lot. So I'll select, we still not have made that much changes, so I'll select all of these and we can simply push it up. It's not an issue. Okay, so we pushed it up. Now let's again just try it out. We select the segments of the spline, not this one. Even though this one is also need to be updated, so we can say only selected. This one is updated, and segments still didn't. Now we are above the grid. We're shy. It is doing something, but why it is not pushing it? Let me try. It's too low also. We don't want it to be this low, but it's okay. And yeah, so the last try. Okay, we don't matter. It doesn't matter on the other side. So we select the segments, and I don't know why this is not going down. It's weird, but it's okay. Like we can sculpt it manually still. It's walnut, so we quickly take it the strength. But it's moving it here. It's not, still not. Is it the base level of the terrain or what? That's the bummer. That's a bummer because it will not go down than this. Then we have to elevate the whole terrain up to make the thing. That's mm, is it because we here when we have it? So I will say, I know, just bear with me because this one's supposed to be grayish. So should we had lifted the, not this one. It's there. So that this should be grayscale maybe. So I don't know. So this one is a bummer that we have to re-import this one on the with the proper values. Or do we have an option to elevate the whole thing? I don't think. So yeah, so no worries. So this is basically with the splines. You can play with it and create your thing. Just remember to make it higher up, because what I did, because this one is black, just keep it grayscale above the grayscale value. So the whole landscape elevate, and for now it is not. But yeah, so this is basically how you can import from there, and I should have seen it before, like why it was not happening here. But overall this there is there, and for the spline, for the river, we can create another spline and do it that way as well. So yeah, so this is pretty much for bringing the things in there. That's what we have in the blender, right? For if you go to camera angle, so we have basic landscape spline, and this is how you create in there. So again, I don't want to bore you with more things, and this bridge will, you know, prolong, and then we can, you know, sculpt it and match it and blend it well more, and this surely we need to fix. Okay. So yeah, so this is for now is good enough, and the terrain and everything. Again, you can try Gaia, World Machine. Gaia is free. 1K is enough. You can just double it. That is totally fine. So let me check on the chat. Where is the console? Hmm, wait. Okay. So let me see how many people are there. If I'm not talking alone, we have still 12 people. Awesome, awesome, guys. Good to have you. And let's jump into feedbacks. If you have any question, and if I didn't confuse you or bore you with this, that's why I want to don't want to go deep in there. It's just my workflow and the things. So if you have any question, you can ask still, and we will jump into the feedbacks. Okay, so this is like a workflow thing. Like if in the future, like you say, like oh, we want to make a terrain in there, and how we will do it, and we can just take one terrain example from one of the bootcamper, and we just take it and process it. So if you're not sure about your landscape or terrain, we just go through it. So this is what I wanted to foster and do it here. And let me again, as always, like I can see there are like 50 boot campers are here, and 139 is almost 195 now, and we still in. If I look at here, how many? 10. So it's almost 50 entries here. So we supposed to have more, but it's awesome if, you know, 50 people finish it off. It's a wonderful boot camp in there. And let's look at quickly the new entries we got here. Meg, awesome, loving it. Okay, start with the blockout, and we love to see what it is in there. Wonderful. In the some work to do the blockout. It's like old arches, then they build a colony around it. It's a little bit cyberpunky. And Ashwin loving it. You start with a blockout. Wonderful in there. It's good. You have matched it in there pretty well. It's coming along. Nice. I will love to see it, the final scene. Like how all the storytelling and everything will happen in there. Nice. So I would say don't worry about the windows and doors. Just have a cutout and have the higher level things in there, and then like railings are more important here than that. And yeah, that would be awesome. And you can duplicate the same thing and rotate it, and it seems like a house on the back. But I would love to see it happening, man. Go, you go. And what this one is, and they haven't attached the Kim said, this is a stylized 3D scene, so I would say like just suggest something, find some concept art and just make that one much more learn to learn. Okay, awesome. And now less details. Is the mesh fidelity. Okay, so this is basically awesome. Coming along, and I saw it. This one awesome is again. I love the and this is our. Let me just quickly put in a screenshot from our camera. So in here, and in here also in our camera, I believe we have somewhere save frame. Is it on the camera? Then we can show the save frame. It's immersive. Is it immersive view? No. We could see somewhere the save frames. David, I guess it's okay. Remember somewhere. I know it's there. It's okay. So basically wanted to have it. So basically like it's in the third basically. That's what I wanted to test. Because I feel the camera could be a bit higher, so we see more of the floor, and this comes on the higher point and this comes on the lower point. We can show, not in the show it is. Can someone quickly, if you know, can you quickly point me toward where we had safe frame and I remember it used to be here. Nope, it's in not in here. I don't know. So if it's there, so basically what I wanted to have is you click here a bit higher in there. Spin this. Where is it? Oh, it's much further away. Okay, so we showcase the landscape also, and it's looking down. Okay, so if we divide this into three part like one, two, and horizontally, then the church comes. Basically, my vision was to come on top, okay, and then bridge come on the lower line like that. Okay. So it comes on the lower line, and then it just point toward that, and everything just worked like in the same structure. And it's fine. Okay. So yeah. So let's get back. I'll just post it here. Basic landscape and plans and UV. I know it do not look that much, but yeah, at least we have something. So yeah, Alicia, kindly post in the work on the blockout, post it there so we get started with a thing. So we'll look forward to your update if you're going to work on the weekend. And awesome again, guys, post the thing. So let's just jump into the feedback. Nice, the moods, nice. So we'll go into the feedback session. Okay, so good, nice. Start bringing everything to Unreal. Love to see it in there. Make the camera angle match with the concept art. If you want to keep the fixed camera angle, if you don't, then just at least keep that one camera angle match, and you can have multiple camera angles for sure in there. Love to see it in Unreal. I'll take it there and we'll check it there. And the first pass is good. And I'll give the heart. Awesome, good going. Can do this also. Milan, good stuff. I think already in there, and because this the concept art seemed like a bit stretched, like it have a very shallow focal depth, right? Focal view, so you can keep it a bit calm like in the normal eye view, right? So this don't seem it like this stretched or big. So yeah, you can keep the camera angle around 35 field of view. Basically, you can keep it around 35 around whatever the eyes are or which are the common in there. So keep those, and you can have multiple camera angles. Like when you can showcase a storytelling from this, basically focus on this, right? And I would say you can use the light rays coming from behind and falling on here. It will be a nice storytelling, and then from here it will be falling on the map here. So it's a nice storytelling you can do here. Yeah. So there's some map with the pins is there, and this is so you can use natural light. Surely you can add these also in there. So it's totally fine. Yeah, you can relax on the camera angle, but it's coming along really good. Liking it. So good. Looking overall looking good. Um, um, you can keep smaller field of view, but even in concept is large. We can have multiple shots. Shoot. And also you can make the background also, like whatever is in the behind the thing, so you can plan, which is good. Awesome. You have made the list of props. Wonderful. And yeah, coming along. So this is good. And then what could be behind? There could be this cabinet still, and some more props to, you can use the same props to set dress, or you can add another one. Like there could be flags on the both corner cabinets, and there could be globe on top, and something related to the scene in there. Okay, so that could add to the storytelling basically. Okay, so very good. Nice, you think. And okay, so you're maybe removing these also. Nice. Yeah, coming along. Like yeah, it's yeah, much better. Place the character also there. Place the same character there, so we'll see how it is for the scale. But I'm sure when you will add the planks, it will look much more larger, because the scale relatability will be there. And even these stairs could be thinner planks, so it will give it like that smaller look, that is small. And I think there's a root coming here, and they're placed it on top of it. So, and there is beam and support, but I believe you're gonna add this and it's gonna shine. So that those smaller planks and wood gave it the scalability. But coming along, yeah, you matched it really nicely. Loving it. Yeah, the loving like how you created the spheres to match the canopy of the trees also. Awesome, good job. Yeah, coming along. Like if once you have this, then you can place the house up there or up there. It's totally up to us. Like once we have good placement. So good job. This is coming along, and I would say like just go with the increase more details in there. It's good, and try to place the player and match a little bit more proportion and see if the scale is working for the character. And I'm sure when the smaller level of detail will come, it will all come to the sense. So do you want to focus on the camera angle, or is this you're going to create this path also, like there will be landscape, and then there will be these roots, basically blending, and then from here there are stairs to go up. Basically, if it's gonna be playable, I'm asking. Okay, the middle mouse button was not working. I had a hard time managing the camera and the Maya. I mean, couldn't even pan properly. But yes, you can do it in Unreal. It's totally fine. Okay, awesome, Alessia. I will have a look. You have posted just now. Okay. You think good job. It's coming along really well. Loving it, and I'd love to see the second pass of this thing. Even though this could be a simple route going on, so that landscape following. If you don't want to do that, it's totally fine, right? And but yeah, I'm loving it how it's coming up in there. And no, I forgot to comment. Let me comment. Hello, love the space. Structures and assets to blend better, and yeah, that's fine. Where is hard? Okay, awesome. Ah, nice. And currently, I'm focusing on developing the modular kit of lighting for the scene. I'm still deciding whether the place props now or wait until the next. So I would say like you can start with it. Like if you know all the props which you need for the scene, and if you have, so knowing like it's matching really well. You can go in the scene. Help better improvements. Okay, so this is awesome. Like you can go ahead and make the large scale and medium scale. For example, the dumpster and the if there is a air condition on the pillar or the vents and stuff like that, or pipes also even. So you can make all those modular stuff in there. Don't go smaller level which are not that big. So ignore those, and also you can start improving the mesh fidelity. Like if there is a different story level in the mesh or on the walls and the buildings, so you can add those details so we get these nice shapes in there. Okay, so good job, loving it. Let's give it heart. Awesome, yeah, good going, good going. You can go ahead and you can if you're sure about the process next, you can just move ahead. If you're not sure about if you're stuck, then surely reach out, to get you unstuck, and surely when the step comes. So but if you're sure about some steps which you how to do it, then you can go ahead and move forward, and you can ask question when it comes. Edward, awesome stuff, awesome stuff. So I finally managed to put the current blockout in the Unreal. I just some lighting match the reference as well as adjust the scale of the character 1.7. I would say just go with 1.8 is much more safer because again if the player is smaller, again you will have much more room to go through. Again, we usually keep all the doors and everything exaggerated, because the player have to run through it, and go through it. But it's good. Your progress bar recommend on what you should do next. Okay, so you made this cable car, which is awesome. It's there, and you added some small level prop. I would love to see the cutout list, call out list, or cutout list. Basically, all the different props you have made and you have distributed. Love to see those also. And if based on the concept, I would say that as you did, you can make the canopy of the tree with simple spheres in there. That will be nice to have. And you can start introducing the medium scale, more detail to your blockouts and medium scale, and also thinking about the landscape behind. Okay, if you're gonna make this road, if you can want to, you can make it. And if you don't, just start to plan how you're gonna make uh, the background, because this one gives a nice idea, like this is not a floating island. This is just higher up, and then there is something on the other side of this, that's road, and there is a terrain below, right? And then there's like three layer, like the further and the mid and then here. So just give that nice depth. It will help you achieve it. So if there is going to be another mountain like this on the back, you can make that. So you can just start placing those type of things in there. Okay. And overall, like the canopy, and you can already jump in to add, sorry, to, you already have the strings, so you can add those uh, flags basically on top of it. Okay, so you start adding the medium level details there. You already have it on this, basically added there. So how to do it? You can, again, you can make a simple blueprint of this thing. You can make it flat, and you can just put it on spline and make it. It's simply, you can jump. So is looking more, uh, the background and mid ground tree canopy with simple spheres. Can also assign simple color materials to see how it looks. Good job, good job, awesome stuff. I'm gonna have full sidebar with people, different threads, which is good again. Martina, awesome. So is that, I might look totally unnecessary, but bothers me that this part doesn't make a lot of sense. If seen from the other angle, the columns are not aligned, for example. I'm not. So I'm working with imagination here, creating the path to the door. If it's invisible from the other view, do you have? Did you ever have to create explorable environment in one single angle as a reference? But angle does really make sense. Martina, yeah. So this is good. So our imagination is the key at this. Like if you have a single concept art, then making sense of the space and areas, and if a lot of people are coming and going through it, then naturally it's gonna make a path over there. So it's okay if it have multiple paths, because mountains could have multiple paths at from to the same location, right? So not to worry about, like one path could be coming and one going down from there to some other place, and one is just moving forward. So it's like it's just three paths. So it's totally fine to have these paths. And again, if it's not, those not going to be visible in the camera angle, don't worry too much about it. Just go ahead. Okay. And yeah, so just try to match the camera angle main, and just try to make sense of the space a little bit. If it just makes sense, like there could be a path, is totally fine. Okay, so don't need to stress too much. Okay, this is good. You can use your thoughts and ideas to make the path improving the details in the blockout and add rocks and other large assets coming along. Yeah. So awesome. Yeah, this is good. Don't stress too much about it and just go ahead. This is segregate. Yeah, we've seen it. Awesome. Shekhar. Okay. Shekhar has asked blocking, started experimenting with blocking and the basic lighting setup in Unreal Engine today, just enough to feel the scene, atmosphere, and scale, and ended up with a few different version of the setup. And honestly, I'm a bit torn on which one is best. Might take a bit help from Hive Mind. I feel free to drop the reaction, most like what you go mostly. Also, just to clarify, this is still not final. Take a block out and refining it here, back and forth. Surely. So, first of all, you have really good mood in the this thing. So, in your concept art, it could be the dawn, the golden hour. Um, in there is also just, I don't know if what especially it's called. It's like golden hour in the evening when the sun is setting, and then you have a lot of light from lamps and lights lighting in the structure, which is giving it a glow. So I would say the this one is good. Like, so it's more closer to the golden hour. This is night, and this is like dawn. We don't want the first one is good. So go ahead with that and try placing some lights in here in your scene also, like one here and inside just here to just glow the whole arch, so you will know how the contrast work. Okay, so the first one surely work awesomely better. Okay, so not sure like if you want to go ahead with the taller level of like the temple on all over the wall, or just creating one big temple structure and just go ahead with it, just like Varanasi, but like few story buildings of temple. So it's all up to you. Works best match the golden of the concept art to make the contrast look building. Just a few to make it look good. Okay. So again, with this lighting is again we will do later on the third week or maybe next week. So, but don't stress too much about it. But just test it out, and if it works awesomely. Okay. And thank you very much, Alicia. You're awesome. Again, I know how much people wants to work with the modularity, but you don't have to. Again, so you don't have to force yourself to create modular. It's I know uh, because this could be a one big structure, right? So from a look of it, these houses seems the same. Like this is same, this is same, this is same, this is another one. These four houses are the same. This all tiny pods are the same, but have a different addressing. And then we have these tower, which is different, and then that we can duplicate here as well. Right? So basically, if we want to make a shorter version of this, is here as well. So how many I can see is like one, two, three, four, five houses, right? So it's better to make them in single mesh rather than making going with the modular structure, because you can duplicate the whole house. And also, I will say the tileable texture with the blending material will work much better than modular thing. But again, I won't discourage you from making the modular stuff. You have done it right. So basically, you can make this wooden part with this thing, and you can start placing as a cap with them. And I'm not sure, like, if you're gonna scale up and down, how much difference it make. And but surely, I would say, like, making it unique works much better. But so, like, if you can achieve it using the modular one, is totally fine. But my main thought process is try to keep it simple as possible. We don't have to put everything like modularity, trim sheets, and tileables and blending and everything into one. So we can experiment some things, and some things we can learn when that properly come. And so yeah, so it will be good exercise. You will create bunch of pieces and then you place them together. And once you go creating those pieces, how many will be there? Like, if you look at the concept art, so you will have three at least are here. I don't know how we can duplicate it and scale it up and down and place it to make multiple story. But this piece seems taller, so it could be that taller. The top part is hidden because of the wooden part, but this totally seems larger than these structures. And so these are like smaller house, and this is the one of the bigger, like chief's house basically, or town hall building. So in that sense is there will be, like, you have to create way more modular pieces than you can get away with simply creating unique meshes, right? And on the bottom one, I don't know, this look nice, like a coral reef. Maybe these were the rocks. I think how did they create it is the one I'm curious about. Did they put this with the hay and just put the mud on top? It seems like that one. Because I've been to one village in Montenegro, I believe. They have something like that. They have with wooden sticks intervened, and then they put mud on top, and then it looked like that. So that is awesome as well. And this is definitely the thatted or hay. The thatted is make more sense because it's a coastal. And yeah, so try the both. I would say, like, if you start making this unique one and start placing them there, then you will have 4 5 houses or 6 houses, and this whole thing will be done. And then you if you make modular, the first you have to make the modular one, then you have to match it and place it in there. And it is complicate things. In my head it just complicate things, but it's all up to you, whichever is your aspirations are. So surely, like, try the modular stuff. If that works, is fine, because later on also you can just club them together anyway. So go ahead with modular ones. So yeah, it's awesome. And let me write down. It is also with unique meshes. Also, in my thoughts, it much easier to manage with modular approach, and add more detail in the blockout. if it works and you can manage, it's great. Otherwise, we can merge it later on as well. Okay, good job, good job. Okay, so here's we done, and let me quickly look. And you think I already posted? Sammy, did we go through it? And yeah, so we have catch and fellas doing. Great, check it. Okay, so awesome. And let's look at some chat. To Shirasi, my middle mouse. Okay, can you please also comment on mine? What next I have to keep in mind for reminder? Just I have added a request to topic suggestion transferring from modeling software to Unreal. So if we have a session on that, what would it be great? And stuck confused honestly. Have a request topic yep. So in the topic request, that's we already did it. So we already did today. We transferred the meshes from Blender to Unreal. And for one thing, just a minute. So if you go to YouTube, I'll show you one thing. And if you in the playlist, there is environment bootcamp 2.0. Okay, so this one is basically we are republishing it also, but there are few lives back here. If you can see them here as well. So there is like environment planning, blocking out, texturing, and the texturing part 2. So these four videos are basically covering basic creating all the things, replacing them in Blender, and just taking them everything to Unreal on the blocking level, like bit detail. And basically we build the whole scene. Like if I just show you, oh, sorry, and if I just show you how it looks towards the end. So here it is. So we have bunch of props in the scene. We don't have the small scale, but we had all of them which we needed at least. So here, so I placed some lighting in there. So I added that thing. So this is yeah. So you can simply at least do this much. So this my lighting is there. If I don't like, I do not, because that topic does not belong honestly, because that was for more detailed topic. Like if there is one style, one particular workflow you want to discuss, like modular, or just substance designer one day, like how we can author our textures in substance designer. If someone want to know, okay, we want to make some textures and how we can make it. And so yeah, so that suggestion is we are already doing it. So that suggestion is more broad level. Like we don't want broad level things, we want very specific thing. Like some people want to work on foliage, some people want to work on landscape, and some people want modular stuff. So suggest like modular workflows. Suggest what is blending shader, and suggest uh, landscape grass, and or grass model and shader, animated grass, stuff like that. So that's very specific and one point, and then people gonna vote, and then whatever comes out of it. For now I can see like everybody is into modular stuff, right? So that comes to my mind is one big thing. So people are gonna post. And as I don't have any modular thing in my thing, and I don't want to break my church into modular stuff, I'm gonna take your scene and we're gonna break it apart into modular stuff. Like when we're gonna detail basically. So like how we're gonna make detailed thing. But if modular work or not gonna be finalized in your blockout only. So you might have made the modular blockout, and then it might have worked, it might not. Okay, you might have realized like, okay, unique meshes might have been much better than a modular. So at that point, once people have their modular thing and people have voted, and then we go ahead and how to detail those modular assets and how to plan it. Basically, how to plan the texturing for those, if we need trim textures for those, and then trim textures become another chapter which comes next. And then people gonna vote, even if they are making unique assets or unique buildings or modular building. If there are trim textures, then we can discuss that. And again, while working on that detailing part, and we might realize that we don't need trim sheets for this building. So whoever have the requirement of trim sheet, we're going to take their scenes and their example, and we're going to showcase on that, right? So that I feel going to be the much better way to approach this. And let me, as you requested the comment, just give me a second. Hmm, awesome stuff. Take this. Be in Unreal, so check it always. Okay, I commented symbol. So yeah, so as I said, like the don't try to set dress your scene in like I will just quickly share also. So don't try to set dress in here. It's good, and mainly set dress in there. Just make the structure, and we place it in there to just to get the look and feel of it. Topology does not matter. Wireframe is not needed, and just show the camera angle and show the concept art. That's the one. And then the other camera angle we can show, like if you want to work more, like you want to share show if they have engine placed here. You can open up the thing and there is no engine in there, and then you can place the engine in there, like the mechanic is working on the engine, stuff like that. So then on the top you can make a house, a bed and other things, like the guy is living here only. And if you want to go more nuts, you can make it post-apocalypse stuff, like okay, this van is post-apocalypse, but don't go nuts. Okay, don't go, please. I'm crazy like with the ideas, so don't take ideas from me. From me. Okay. Okay. Awesome. 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 So we are almost on 2 hours, which is nice. So again, I would really want to apologize for starting late, and I'm having meeting with the client, and as I informed last time also, we might change the date timing of the sessions to this time, which is much more suitable, I believe. And other than that, I feel if we need more sessions, we can surely do it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Otherwise, I'm gonna just keep it on the Monday and Friday like before. So basically, if we need more thing, and if people ask in there, we can do the in the on the Wednesday also. If my project and time allowed it, I will. But after the blockout, we're gonna keep it like Monday. We're gonna discuss the workflow and what progress I have made, what other people have made. So we can keep a little bit longer thing, a longer session. But we're going to keep it focused on that. So we discuss the update and we discuss the workflow, and then we on the Friday we can focus on feedback. But we can use both of the sessions as like we can maybe do it on Tuesday and Thursday also. So basically, then we discuss the same thing. We discuss a workflow, we go through the updates, and we go through the feedbacks. So we can do the two session Tuesday and Thursday. We do the same thing. And why Tuesday and Thursday? Basically, you have weekend in between to try out stuff, so that also is there. So again, I had to change because of the project came up, and otherwise I would have loved to do it even every day. So a little bit apologies on that, but we'll figure it out. I will keep you posted if I get this project or not. So it's just a meetup with that. So I'm just maybe pre telling you this thing, but I'm just keeping you updated that it might happen, and might conflict with our timing that we have to do, maybe do the sessions on weekends. So I'm just keeping you posted. Okay, so thank you very much for still joining in. Even I forgot the time, but we still have, let me see how many people still have with us. Where is Okay, awesomely. So awesomely, yeah, 11 people are still with us, so which is awesome. Thank you very much again for doing this thing, and keep posting the updates in there. Keep alive, keep supporting each other, sharing while I'm not there. Although I will try to keep on there. Tag me when you comment in there. Do tag me at FP Academy, and I will know. Otherwise, because I have not even turned off because a lot of stuff happened. So then I will know. And yeah, so keep up the good work. And the Notion page is still in progress. So on Monday you will receive it, or by weekend if I finish it, you will get it. I'm keep updating this thing. I will update it with the timestamps. So each session will be timestamped, and everything will be in the Notion. And while in the Notion, we're gonna keep taking these questions which are happening in the session as a FAQ. So yeah, keep posting in the channel, and post in the topics which you want, and yeah, keep doing the awesome work. And I will see you in the next one. Right, bye.